Oh, tall Jobs, Steve Jobs, some as big as your head. Give it a twist, a flick of the wrist, that's what the showman said. Oh, I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Hello, everyone, I'm Tessellating Hexagons, and I'm going to stop. So you join me returning to the Deku Forest because, first of all, I made some scrap broth. And as you can see, I made two because, while I'm here grinding for explosive claws, I figured I'd go and check in on the other forest vitamin, because you would have thought, we've been exploring the Icy Plain. Surely, by now, we have the means of extracting the Michael. That is completely not the menu I meant to go into. Can we make bomb? Do we have enough for bomb? Can we make a bomb? Surprisingly, yes, that's all we needed. Okay, cool and good. But yes, I need to go over, check. Surely, the next forest vitamin is ready for consumption now. Because, what could possibly be wrong with obtaining It's worth 2,000 rupees. I made 2 scrap broths, both using 1 piece of moss each. I spent 2 moss, got 2 scrap broths. One of them you just saw me sput into the flower. It's not even a flower. And I'm hoping that I can do that again over here. And I don't know if I made it clear before, but you do need to time it correctly with these. Like, avoided battle by grabbing a thing. Got stuck in battle because of same thing. Well, so be it. Welcome to the So Be It Union, where we settle for things. Yes, second scrap broth. Drink up. I will return forthwith. Okay. Now, the only reason why I needed 2 more explosive claws is because the police were there. Also, I'm an idiot. I needed to go and sell that to Junglo. Well, whatever. We can hold on to it for the time being. I'll just in fact, I could just go and do that off-screen, because I'm an idiot. But no, the only reason, if I can get my thoughts in order, that we even need this bomb in the first place is expressly to go and blow open a hole in the insect cavern. So, once I've made this, well, should I drop in on Junglo now, or I'll figure something out. First things first, I'm gonna say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that Hings have thin. I can't even quote correctly. Okay, I have a bomb. First of all, I'm going to go and see you in the insect cavern. Oh, good lord, that was a bit more of a trial than it needed to be, because I bumbled into... Well, I didn't bumble into spikes, but my good dog buddy did. And also, why... Okay, on the way here, it wouldn't let me look at the map, and now that option is open to me in the menu. So, like, what hell? Okay, Doggaroo just automatically... Now that's a good assertive bodyguard going straight into the hole without any prompting. So, what's our prize for molesting a dog? We receive... Cobweb tights? Oh, well, you know what? I'm not even going to question it. Now, I've come to the executive decision to not bother with the forest vitamins for the time being. I'll explain more in a moment, but I need to get out of this dungeon first. Oh my god, that was so much of a massive faff. I've been recording for like 10 minutes and I've got about 2 minutes worth of commentary. Okay, so, I was going to mention how I'm going to hold on to the forest vitamin for now for no reason other than, we're gonna go back and collect at least 2 more later on in the game. Like, not for any story reasons, it's just I have 2 more scrap broths brewing into forest vitamins, and we may as well sell all 3 at the same time. So I'm not going to worry about it for now. So I was going to cut back in and carry on exploring the Icy Plain, but I mean, we do actually have a tiny bit more business at the Gooey Swamp. Also, I should mention that my doggo pal was about to die, so I gave him my second to last Tingly. So that explains why he has 4 and a bit hearts, and I'm down 1 potion. So I will need to make more at some point, but eggs. Anyway, so it was drawn on our map. I'm saying it like it was some sort of ancient legend. It was foretold that the Zeppelin thing sort of flew over the Gooey Swamp, at least a little bit. So we should probably, and I say we should be looking here. I don't actually remember much about this part of the game, so I can't fully comment, but it would appear that, oh, there we go, just need to casually jump into the moisture, get a bone from the water, and also a chocolate bar, a radio, the number plate. Ah, of course, the most important piece of one. Well, as you can see, the red indicator of where must going sort of shumpties over into the steamy marsh. So we should head back over there as well, and sort of really, really late to pointing this out, but I put some money in the tower because I've been bumbling around, and I don't want to run out of time, because as you can sort of infer by now... Oh, look, there's a chest over there. That's not what you're supposed to be able to infer. As you can probably infer, the Icy Plain doesn't have a dungeon because we just did a dungeon. So I would imagine that, similar to Steamy Marsh, there's not going to be a huge amount of time on the tower before it starts going like, oh, no, we need to put some pudding in the rifle and go shubby-wubby-dub-dub. I didn't know what to say, but you kind of get what I mean, I hope. Like, the tower isn't going to be as generous as areas that actually do have dungeons, because of course we're not expected to be there for as long. Now, I'm sort of estimating where where that line is going to intersect with where we are, because I don't have the Steamy Marsh map on me, so I'm having to sort of guess where they flew over. So we won't be here for a while looking for a sparkly, and yes, the easiest solution here would just be find it. I can't not laugh at that. The easiest solution would have been to just go back and buy the map back from the crazy old lady, but it resolved itself. So on that note, let's just head back to the Icy Plain. We could take a balloon. We could go on Tingle's Balloon Trip of Love, which is actually a sequel to this game, and I don't really intend to let's play it, because, first of all, it's a point-and-click adventure, absolutely nothing like this game, and also, well, it's similar, it's just, it plays differently. But also, it was only ever released in Japan, and I don't want to, like, go all fufty-shoopty with inappropriate means of acquiring games that I'm not... Like, there is a fan-made English patch of it, and I don't know, I played this game as a youth, but not its sequel, so it would be nice to let's play at some point, but... Time and place. How did a red rupee get in there? We literally just milked that orb, because you milk orbs now. Oh, testicles. Should have thought before I opened my mouth. Since we're here, wouldst thou care to share another triangle chip with us? I feel like gambling. No? Nothing? Also, it occurs to me that we still don't have any bitter newts, which I believe you get from killing the purple alligator crocodile things? I can't confirm this, but I think that's where you get them from. And so at some point, we'll need to grind up... Okay. How long have these things been here? I don't think I've ever... Like, how long have these existed? Well, there you go. We got some bitter newts. That... I swear I did not plan that. Also, Doggo is very dying, and we need you to guard our body in the areas to come, so take my last potion. I really should invest in Tinglene, but I can't be asked getting, spoondles, and by that I mean skulls. Anyway, ages ago, in the last episode, we were told we would need a map if we wanted to cross through the blizzardy area. Well, we have a map now, so let's cross the blizzardy area. Let's become Wizard Steve and cross the blizzard. Also, there's a child here. Hello, small child. Are you snow lost? You're just gonna tell me what I already know. And a penguin is just going to dive on my face. I'm just going to draw a map while a fight is breaking out right next to me. Okay, so I was watching TV earlier, and when we finished watching TV, it just so happened that the channel we turned over to, they were showing Hollyoaks, which I've never thought, like, I've always been, like, mildly, not interested, but, like, intrigued, because, like, what the hell is Hollyoaks? Because, like, I swear they had, like, an alien invasion arc, so it's, like, a soap opera gone weird. But anyway, I think it was Hollyoaks, anyway, and there's just this scene where there's a completely empty pub. Good, thank you. Yum yum. Okay, I have no further thoughts. I'm going to get the story out in the end, I'm sure. So, this fight breaks out in this otherwise completely empty pub. We got 2 dots. We got a colon. We got Snow Eyes. So these 2 guys start fighting in an otherwise empty pub, and the bartender is like, "Oh, will you 2 pack it in?" And I said to my mother, like, really? If people start fighting in your establishment of which you are a landlord, you're not going to tell them to pack it in. You're going to get a bit more forceful than that. And my mother was like, yeah. But then again, she was born and raised in parts of London. That's the end of that thought. Like, that's going to somehow give you insight into how she thinks. Ah, yes, parts of London. Pieces of pieces of pieces of one. Look at all these flong powers. What is the purpose of this? I don't think the pong flowers even do anything. Like, you could use them in, like, 1, maybe 2 recipes. I want to say they're the upgraded versions of the potion that Chico's mother gave us that's like, hey, spray this and enemies will flock to your backside. Ooh. That is a bear. First of all, though, giant snowflake ahoy. So, now one thing that I really want to try, because I don't remember if I ever bothered doing the spin around in the middle of the UFO circle in Lon Meadow, and that was, oh, hello. That was worth a thing when we went to Lon Meadow. So, if I do a spinny spin in the middle of here, if that's even possible, will I get a prize? Surprisingly, yes. So this is kind of the thing I was talking about before, where there's a part of this map somewhere where you can just dig up snow crystals, and I don't think I knew about that as a child because I don't remember them existing, or who you sell them to, or how much they're worth, or whatever. What I will say, though, is don't fight the bears. Don't fight the bears. Don't fight the bears. Don't do it. You can acknowledge the bears, but don't fight the bears. Do not pet the weird dogs. Anyway. Did that regrow, or did I just miss it the first time? Like, I have no real use for these pong flowers. I just don't like leaving things uncollected. So I'm going to head back into the blizzard, the snowstrom. Where is Nordstrom? And we found some coal, so there's probably other stuff as well to be looking for. Now, it seems like I can't really tell if there's a pattern to when the blizzard appears or disappears. Oh, there you go. You're probably going to want a face. It's written on his body. Well, sure, have your eyes back so you can at least see who's saving you, who you need to reward financially, because inevitably you will reward us financially. Oh, that does count. I did wonder. Would that count? Really? The map is complete already. Okay, then. Now, if memory serves, you're going to want to not hand that map in until you know for certain that you're done with this area, because we've got all of the... I believe we've got all of the, aerodrome parts for Paul. Is his name Paul? Are we going to do a poo at Paul's? And basically we're done here and we're ready to move on to the next continent after this. But I don't remember how much that costs, but I'm fairly sure it's going to be cheapened. So you can imagine we're probably going to get a fair bit of money in the near future. Now, where do we go from here? I'm going to head up because I think if we head this way enough... I like how you can sort of slightly see the... Are we standing on a thing? I can't tell. I like how you can sort of see through the blizzard, so you don't have to rely completely on the map, but it helps a lot if you have the map. Oh, there we go. Triangle chip. Now, there's one thing that I'm really holding off on commenting on because we haven't seen it yet, but it will be a thing soon. We got a scarf. But there's a thing connected to the triangle chips, and we have yet to see proof of its existence, but there is a thing, and I will point it out when it becomes relevant. Well, okay, we can dig up snow dust here. This is probably what I was thinking of. In that case, I want to say there's another thing we can dig up here. I don't remember how much I said in the previous episode and to what extent, but I believe there is something here somewhere, and I don't remember what purpose it serves. So, bear with. I'm going to go a little bit diggy hole. This looks like it should be map markable, and it isn't because we've completed that. Why do I keep forgetting when we've completed maps of areas? And, you know, I don't know if I've said this already, but I do like the Icy Plain. I have no particular reason to like it, but it's cool. But bear with anyway. Oh, there we go. So, I don't know what that is. I don't know what it's for, and I don't remember how I even knew it was there to begin with. But it sure does exist, and we have 23 of those as well, so we can gamble a lot. We got another bone, I'll give that to Barkle at some point. We have... Oh yeah, I was going to say, when did we get more explosive claws? But when we row fought the power earlier. So we have that. I don't know if I even want to look into what to do with that between episodes. I kind of want it to be a surprise because I don't know if I ever found it as a child. It's ringing some bells, but not the finest number, if you know what I mean. So you gotta love how the hand-drawn map on the top screen is kind of difficult to follow when you need to do some precise pathing like this. Also, this episode is guaranteed to be a weird length, I realise, because I've got so much stuff to edit that I don't actually know how long you're going to be actually with me compared to how much I've recorded. I'm rather nervous because, like, the edges of this path, it looks like water, but it's not. It's actually really thin ice. So Tingle won't even give you a warning. If he steps onto it, he'll just immediately be sucked in and you'll be deposited back at the start of this area. You'll lose all your progress. You'll lose, like, several hundred rupees in the process, and ain't nobody got time for that. Oh, and then the blizzard stops. But yeah, that's why that water's not moving, because it's not water, it's thin ice, and it's deadly. And I feel like... Yeah, there we go. I was going to say, I remember there being... well, you'll see. It's cold today. How long have I been lost out here? It's freezing. Perhaps it's too late for me. Thursday? It's a bit chilly and stuff. I checked in my knapsack to see if there was food. 3 misty toadstools, 2 paralysis lilies, 4 twisted tusks. I also have 3 paralysis claws. That's all I've got. Not much you'd call food. Friday. I can't stand this hunger. I had to eat everything that was in my knapsack. But what am I gonna do for food now? Saturday. So sleepy. The paralysis claws were bad. The effects were too powerful. Good night. And with that we get a recipe. Ultra Sleep Spray. Yum yum. And now I'm going to need to backpedal through the really intense snow. Now, I'm going to come out and say right here and now, I have conflicting memories here as well. Like, part of me feels like if you give all of the... Like, ingredients is definitely the wrong word, but you can tell we've been, like, getting snowman parts, you know, like coal eyes, the top hat and the scarf. Like, you can tell we're rebuilding Mr. Snowman, in case that wasn't already obvious from the message that was written on his body. But I vaguely recall doing that, causing this blizzard to stop. At the same time, I have no confidence in that actually being the case. So, is it true? Is it truant? Well, not truant, but like true apostrophe N apostrophe T apostrophe? Fun fact, in primary school I had a teacher who genuinely believed that words like doesn't and can't, you put the apostrophe before the N rather than after. Like, you're a damned fool, and how the flalf did you get into teaching? Seriously, there were times where, like, as a child, I was the smartest child in my school, including the teachers. So, yeah. Don't go to school in the north of England, kids. Especially if you're a kid in the north of England, just run away to the south, where living costs are much higher, but at least the teachers know how to spell ? I'm probably offending people who are, like, Northerners get really precious about their northernness, and I'm just like, no thanks. Anyway, Mr. Snowman, snow me a man. Have your hat back? I know the value of a jolly good top hat. Have your moustache back? I've been shaving lately, but still. Have your scarf? I have scarves, I never wear them, and I probably should. Will that be all?
I'm back to my old self. I will reward you, kind sir.
4,000, respectable. And, oh! I did not think there was a rupee good attached to this. I was just being nice. Which is a rarity for Tingle, but whatever. So,
please, take good care of this. Have you met my family?
Yes, they're on the map and everything. You see, that didn't even end the blizzard. Now, on one hand, I feel as though we're definitely coming up to the end of the episode now, but on the other, I at least want to pop back and turn in the assorted machine parts, because we have the machine parts. We can rebuild their machine, and they might even be able to reward us. Please don't get into a fight off screen, doggy friend. You're already dying enough as it is. Now, do I go right here? Like, just this particular area of the map confuses me just a teensy little bit-o. Okay, we're definitely in the right area. Now I just need to remember the voices that I gave to Paul and Buttman. He's the butler, he's Buttman, he's Paul Buttman. Anyway, you there.
Do you have a map?
Yes. It seems... yes, we are, but I'm assuming you're talking about the Steaming Marsh map. Well, we don't need it because 5,000 for the vacuum funnel, and then 5,000 for the hydro dome, and then 5,000 for the loud clamp, and then 5,000 for the plumbinate. Potassium plumbinate. You've found all of the parts. Master Paul was able to enjoy his holidays. We will take our leave now. Of course, you deserve to be rewarded. Now, let me see. Well, I'm gonna go with a really cheeky sum that will put us easily back into the sextuple digits. 22,000, because Lord knows we need the money. Pay me. They are very rich, you know. They are considerably richer than yo. And with that, we have money once again. I'm getting bored of this holiday. Let's go home. And with that, they went home. You're welcome. I'm acting ungrateful. They literally just paid me, so... Thank you for all your hard work. I have learned that you common people will do almost anything to earn a few rupees. I wish you luck in your rupee gathering endeavors. But as we live in different worlds, I dare say we shan't meet again. Farewell, my good man. Well, at least one of you knows how to politeness. That is a balloon. That is very balloon. I forgot how balloon that looked. Well, sure, that certainly did just happen. And on that note, I have been, and will continue to be, Tessellating Hexagons. And in the next episode, to be honest, I completely don't remember, so I'll just start with doing business in town, because we have stuff to sell, we have triangle chips. We'll find out. So yeah, see you in the next one for that.